So meeting on Wednesdays, the encouragement is to usually sit. Of course, if you're feeling tired, fatigued, you're welcome to lie down. But I'll really encourage you to sit. So it allows you to stay awake, alert, and really this is about mindfulness. Now, it's possible mindfulness sessions may not feel very relaxing, because sometimes the mind is very busy, or sometimes we're just feeling, very impatient. And that doesn't mean that the meditation is a failure. Rather, it is just the state of mind, the state of the body at that point in time. And so really the encouragement is to just be with whatever that arises for you. Doesn't feel good or it feels good, it's fine. My invitation to you is to just sit with it. And really that's the essence of mindfulness, being able to just accept whatever that arises for us. It's just like life, it's not always smooth sailing, but that's okay. We can stay centered and mindful. So coming to sit when you're ready, you may close the eyes or just keep them open. I would usually close the eyes. And in tonight's session, it is about noticing habitual reactions or just noticing reactions. So beginning with the sit, noticing what reactions may be arising. Maybe the feeling that, oh, I think I just want to get out of this Zoom. Or maybe feeling relaxed. I'd like to invite you to just acknowledge whatever reactions that we may be having, sitting here, maybe thoughts going through the mind. What on earth am I doing here? Oh, this feels good. So noticing that. And now I would like to invite you to come to the breath, being aware that you're breathing, and the pause between each breath. In breath, pause, out breath. Inhale, pausing, exhaling. And if you notice the mind has wandered, then just noticing where it's gone to. Noticing what tends to spring in the mind. Like, oh, I got to go. Or why am I here? This is so uncomfortable. Or maybe this is comfortable. I feel good to be here. So whatever thoughts there are, it's okay. It's okay to have thoughts. Pleasant thoughts, unpleasant thoughts. Kindly inviting the mind, coming back to the breath. Inhaling, exhaling, taking a time. No rush. Maybe you're noticing, oh, I feel like moving. Check the time. Scratch that itch. Or maybe you do sit and meditate and noticing what may seem quite familiar, familiar reactions, habitual ones. Tend to want to open the eyes or tend to want to give up, or maybe tend to judge ourselves. The invitation is to just notice our tendencies, just noticing them as they are. No judgment. Noticing maybe the mind tends to gallop away, jumping from one thought to another. Very normal. And then bringing it back to the center, guiding the mind back to the breath. In, pause, out. And maybe you're noticing, you're feeling heaviness, tiredness. And just noticing, what is that subsequent reaction? Maybe a reaction to want to give up, or the reaction forcing yourself to continue. What is that habitual reaction? And maybe as best as you can, just using humor. Oh, it's that reaction again. Oh, that feeling I want to move. With humor and kindness, just noticing habitual reactions, reactions that keep coming back. We're taking the time to just noticing our reactions, what we tend to want to do whenever a thought or a feeling arises. Maybe thoughts could be keep rumination, keep ruminating. Invitation is to just step away for a moment, guiding the mind, directing it to the breath. being wholly aware of the breath. And really, the invitation is to just stop, pause, and just noticing reactions. And this is what I tend to do. When the thought enters my mind, I want to give up. Or a thought that comes to the mind, I don't like this. Or maybe a thought that says, oh, I like this. How do we then tend to react? Do we tend to cling on? Or do we tend to stay neutral? Or do we try to push away good feelings? And while you stay rooted and centered in the posture, I read you this poem by Robert Frost, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. And it's really a poetry on stopping. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here. To watch his woods fill up with snow, my little horse must think it's queer. To stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake, to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweeper away of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So stopping, pausing, noticing that reaction, even the reaction from listening to the poetry. Here in this last few moments of this practice, just noticing your posture as the spine curve, or we slouched, or we sitting still upright. Noticing the hands, the legs, the body. And taking in the room again, opening the eyes when you feel you're ready. And feel free to continue sitting if you wish. So in the meantime, do take care. Stay safe. Bye.